It is asked that a player throws a ball upwards with an initial speed of 29.4 meter per second. What is the direction of the acceleration during the upward motion of the ball? So, if you look at his answer A. So, acceleration during the upward motion of the ball. So, when we throw an object, then its acceleration is due to the gravity only. Due to gravity only, it accelerates. So, whether it is upward motion or downward motion, so acceleration is due to gravity only. So, and gravity acts in the downward direction only. So, acceleration is in the downward direction, vertically downward, vertically downward direction. So next question. So what are the velocity and acceleration of the ball at the highest point of its motion? So at highest point, so with an initial velocity of 29.4 meter per second, I am throwing the ball, and it will gradually the velocity will decrease and it will become zero at the highest point. So velocity at the highest point equal to zero, and acceleration is, we know, it is z. Acceleration is equal to z, the acceleration due to the gravity of earth. Next question number C. Choose the x equal to 0 meter and t equal to 0 second to be the location and time of the ball at its highest point. So this highest point you take to be x equal to 0 and t equal to 0. So, and it is the vertically downward direction to be the positive direction, and this direction to take this to be positive. And if we take this to be positive, then give the signs of position, velocity, and acceleration of the ball during upward and downward motion. So during upward or downward motion, position is always positive because this is 0 and this is 0. This top position is 0 and this direction is taken to be positive. So these all are positive, whether this or this. These are all positive. Uh, so so position is positive always in this case. Position is positive for both upward and downward motion. Both upward and downward motion. Next, what about the velocity? Now for the upward motion, the velocity direction is in the upward direction, and upward direction is negative. So velocity is negative for upward motion, and positive for downward motion. For downward motion, this is the downward direction. Velocity is downward. So this downward direction is positive. So velocity is positive for downward motion. And what about the acceleration? Acceleration is always in the downward direction, and this acceleration is always positive. Acceleration is positive always for both upward and downward motion, because the downward direction is taken to be positive. So acceleration is always in the downward direction. So acceleration is positive here. Now question number D. To what height does the ball rise, and after how long does the ball return to the player's hand? So what is this time, total time? Now what is the total time of this journey of the ball? So here, so initial velocity is 29.4, z is equal to 9.8. Initial velocity is 29.4 meter per second. So answer number D. In this answer number D, what we will do for the separately, we will do for the upward motion. Initial velocity u is equal to 29.4 meter per second. and acceleration a is equal to minus g, equal to minus 9.8 meter per second square. Because why negative? Because when it goes upward, then its velocity decreases, so acceleration is negative, or retardation is occurred here. So this is minus 9.8, and final velocity is 0, because at the topmost point it stops here. At this point it stops. So what is the time then? So using the first equation of motion, what we can say that v is equal to u plus at. From here, v is equal to how much? 0 is equal to u is equal to 29.4 plus a is equal to minus 9.8 into t. So from here, t is equal to 29.4 by 9.8, and the answer will be uh, 3 second. So it will take 3 seconds to reach the highest point. 3 seconds. So for the downward motion, let me see that now next we'll discuss the downward motion. For the downward motion, what is the initial velocity? U is equal to 0. For the downward motion, it starts from here. It is 0 velocity, and it will take the same height. The height is same, so it will also take how much time? Same. We can directly say that it is the time will be equal to 3 seconds, because same time it will take, because acceleration will be same now. With acceleration, gravity is height is same. It will travel the same height. Acceleration is same, so it will take the same amount of time. So total time is equal to how much? Therefore after 3 plus 3 equal to 6 second, the ball will fall in his hand. The ball will fall in his hand after 3 seconds, 6 seconds. Then what they are also asked that so up to how much height, to what height does the ball rise? So we just used we have to use the formula. Now we'll use the formula of s is equal to ut plus half at squared. This formula I will use. So by using the formula s equal to ut plus half at squared, this formula I will use, or here s is equal to u is 29.4 into t is 3 second plus half of m is minus 9.8, t is 3 square. So this is equal to how much? 4 3 is 12, 9 is 27, 28, 3 to the 6, 3 to the 6, 6 to 8, 88.2 minus this is 744.9 into 9, 88.2 minus 9 9 is 81, 9 4 is 36, 36, 8, 44, 44.1. So s is equal to 184, 44.1 meter. So this is the answer